Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming to cook with me. Today we will be cooking Cajun pastalaya. This pastalaya is definitely exactly what it sounds like. It is a twist to the original, more basic jambalaya. For this recipe, we will be starting with our shrimp first. So let's go ahead and get those marinated. Drizzle 1 teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil, 1 teaspoon of Slap Your Mama, and 1 teaspoon of Chef Paul Prudhomme's Black and Red Fish Magic. Mix in all your seasonings and then set the shrimp to the side, preferably in the refrigerator, to allow the seasonings to incorporate into the shrimp. Let's go ahead and begin with our chicken. I did use 1 pound of chicken tenderloin. Wash your chicken and remove any extra fat or skin that may be on the chicken. This process is very easy whenever you're washing it. I just typically go ahead and peel it off. On this type of cut, you actually don't have to cut it. Typically, you can just peel off the skin or the fat. After you have cleaned all the chicken, go ahead, lay them out, and begin cutting them. Of course, you can go in with any cut of chicken of your choice, whether that be chicken thighs or chicken breasts. You cannot go wrong. However, I did find that the chicken tenders were a lot easier to cut and prepare. These chicken tenderloins were also very, very tender. Once you have all your chicken prepared, let's go ahead and season them babies up. Drizzle the chicken with about 1 teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil and then come back through, season it with a little Slap Your Mama. I did use about 1.5 teaspoons of Slap Your Mama. Mix all the seasonings into the chicken and go ahead and put them on side of the shrimp that you have marinating. While our chicken and shrimp marinate, let's go ahead and get to cutting on these seasonings. For our fresh seasonings, we will be using 1/2 green bell pepper, 1/2 red bell pepper, 3 bunches of green onion, and 3 garlic cloves. Jambalaya is definitely top tier. This is a native to Louisiana. You can catch me looking for some jambalaya at the family cookout or even at a restaurant. If I go get a shrimp plate or a seafood plate, I'm going to look for a side of jambalaya to go with my meal. When I curated this recipe for this pastalaya, I just knew that I was onto something. But I'm telling you, at that first bite, I knew that I was addicted. Bruh, like I want to cook this jambalaya again. But I know I need to cook something different. I know I've been eating too much pastalaya. I'm gonna give myself a little time away from the pastalaya, but y'all, I will be back. Once your seasonings are all cut and chopped, let's go ahead and get into the sausage. I have used 1 pound of Manda smoked sausage. I would definitely recommend getting a smoked sausage. If you are able to get your hands on a Cajun smoked sausage, that is perfect. We can get our water ready to boil our noodles. Definitely cook the penne noodles to the directions that are listed on the box. Bring the water to a boil to add in our pasta. Now we can get to the good part. Let's go ahead and start making our pasta sauce. For this sauce, we will be starting with our shrimp. So go ahead and get your shrimp ready that you've been marinating. Add them to the skillet with the 1 tablespoon of butter. Cook the shrimp thoroughly. It typically takes about 5 to 7 minutes to cook the shrimp. Make sure you do have a plate ready to the side. This is where we will be putting all of our meat after we sear it. Use the same skillet that you have just used to cook your shrimp, to cook your chicken. Add the chicken that you have been marinating to the skillet. Cook it for about 10 to 15 minutes until it is thoroughly cooked. Remove the skillet and add the chicken to the plate that you have stored the shrimp on. Use the same skillet to go ahead and fry up your sausage. With this sausage, we just want to make sure that it is seared, that it has a nice browning on it. So I do recommend cooking it for about 8 minutes. Add your cooked sausage to the plate with your shrimp and chicken, and then put the same skillet back on the stove. Now we're going to go ahead and sear down our vegetables. To the skillet, add in just your diced red bell pepper and diced green bell pepper. For this pasta dish, we definitely want to make sure that these vegetables are soft. Let's sear them for about 20 minutes. And I know y'all probably looking at the bottom of the skillet like, girl, what is that brown stuff? But that is all seasoning. We're gonna get all of that up. The vegetables are going to help get that seasoning up out the skillet. That is all the flavoring left over from our marinated chicken, our marinated shrimp, and sausage. So we need all that good flavor into this sauce. After cooking the bell peppers for about 15 minutes, go ahead and add in 2 bunches of the green onion. Reserve the other bunch for the garnish. And add in all 3 garlic cloves. As we continue to soften our vegetables, we can go ahead and add in the penne pasta to our boiling water. Now that our vegetables have softened, let's go ahead and add in 1 10-ounce can of Rotel tomatoes. I did use mild, but they also have original and hot. It is very important that as you add the Rotel tomatoes, make sure that you reserve that juice. Do not pour it out. We need all that flavor to add into our sauce. Continue to simmer the sauce, cooking it for about another 10 to 15 minutes. We want those diced tomatoes to soften as well. We need those tomatoes to be almost at a stew consistency. Add in 1 entire beef bouillon cube. I did start with 3/4 of the cube, but notice that I needed the other remaining 1/4. So go ahead and add in 1 entire cube. I'm still in your bed. Good night usually means goodbye. Me replaying memories in my head. Look at you, look what you made me do. How do you fake on my every move? Who are you, you look so familiar. I know you, baby, I know it's true. Continue cooking the sauce until the beef bouillon cube has dissolved. Somebody like me, you wanna love somebody like me. If you could love somebody like me, you must be messed up too. Who wants to love somebody like me? You wanna love somebody like me. If you could love somebody like me, you must be messed up too. Now we're gonna go in with about 1/4 of heavy whipping cream. The amount of heavy whipping cream that you use is completely optional. For this pasta, I did not want something that was very cream or thick base. I did want the sauce to be more thin, so I didn't use as much. However, you can use as much as you want, or you can also not use any at all. Now that we have made the sauce, let's go ahead and add in our seasonings. Add in 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Too much of comfort. If I'm being honest with you, we got way too much in common. Mix all that good season in one last time, and then we have our sauce. Drain your noodles and put them back in the pot. Now pour in that sauce. Stir your pot real good, making sure that those noodles are completely covered. At this point, you can see the consistency of the pasta, and you can also hear it is sounding how it's supposed to sound. If you know, you know. So now let's go ahead and add in the entire plate of shrimp, chicken, and sausage. And when I say entire plate, make sure you get those extra juices that are left over. Mix in all your meats, and we are done. Yes, ma'am. To garnish, go ahead and add in the reserved green onion that you have diced up and sprinkle with about a teaspoon of parsley. Y'all, this dish is so good. I know I said that already, but y'all have to try it. This is definitely a must try. You have to add it to your recipe book. You have to add it to your cooking list. All the flavors just come together so well. They incorporate so good into this sauce. And since you have marinated your shrimp and chicken, they also have their own flavor. So each thing that you bite is full of flavor. If you do try this recipe, please come back and tell me how you liked it. Tag me in your photo, tag me in your video. I really want to know how y'all like this recipe. I do thank you so much for coming to cook with me. Make sure that you do subscribe. We do have another video and recipe coming real soon.